Hello, this is Sandeep Bhatia of Beaumont Law Practice, trying to explain to you what a settlement agreement is. A settlement agreement is a document which shows an agreement between an employer and employee settling the legal dispute that existed between them. Whilst it is being negotiated, it is what's called a without prejudice document. In other words, if it isn't signed, it can't be brought up or mentioned in legal proceedings. But once employer and employee sign the settlement agreement, it is a binding legal document. And I'm going to look at a settlement agreement both from the point of view of the employer and the employee. The advantage of a settlement agreement to an employer is some degree of peace of mind that an employee or former employee will not take legal action against their employer or the company that they work for. For an employee, there may well be a payment they would otherwise not get if they didn't sign the settlement agreement, or some other advantage to them, such as a neutral reference, allowing them to move on to other employment. So where a solicitor becomes involved in a settlement agreement is as follows. A settlement agreement is not a binding document unless an employee has received independent legal advice regarding the contents of that settlement agreement. And what usually happens because of this is that an employer will offer to pay the employee's choice of solicitor a contribution towards the legal costs of advising the employee regarding the contents of the settlement agreement. In some cases, this will be enough to cover the legal costs of myself giving an employee an explanation of the settlement agreement. In some cases, though, it may be that what the employer pays needs to be topped up by a contribution from the employee. So here at Beaumont Law Practice, we have a lot of experience both of drafting settlement agreements for businesses and of advising employees regarding the consequences of signing a settlement agreement and explaining the clauses of an agreement to an employee. So quite often when we're advising an employee, we can negotiate a slightly improved deal between employer and employee. And due to my experience, I can also improve the drafting of the agreement so that everything, so far as foreseeably possible, is included in the settlement agreement. So that's Sandeep Bhatia, Beaumont Law Practice, helping to keep your world beautiful and available to draft settlement agreements and to advise employees regarding those settlement agreements. So if you'd like to, please do not hesitate to give me a call and get in touch or send an email. Our website is www.beaumont-law.co.uk. Thanks for listening.